Princess Diana wasn't just the people's princess. She was also one of the most photographed style icons the world has ever seen. And while a lot of you loved my previous royal fashion rankings, so many of you kept asking for a deep dive into Diana's most expensive, most jaw-dropping looks. So today, we're counting down her 12 most expensive outfits of all time, the gowns, the jewels, and the moments that made headlines around the globe. Let's get into it. The Elvis Dress. Let's start with one of her most talked about evening gowns, nicknamed the Elvis Dress. Designed by Catherine Walker, Diana's most trusted couturier, this ivory silk gown featured a high, structured collar, heavily embroidered with pearls and crystals, which is exactly why fans compared it to Elvis Presley's iconic jumpsuits. The bodice was fitted and elegant, while the beading alone reportedly took weeks of hand embroidery to complete. Diana wore it to a gala in Hong Kong, and it later sold at auction for a staggering sum, cementing its place as one of her most valuable pieces. What made this dress so expensive wasn't just the fabric, it was the sheer craftsmanship. Every single pearl was sewn on by hand. The Travolta dress. Next up, the dress that danced with a movie star. This midnight blue velvet gown by Victor Edelstein is famous for one reason. Diana wore it while dancing with John Travolta at a White House dinner in 1985. The silhouette was simple but luxurious, an off-the-shoulder neckline, a fitted bodice, and a dramatically full skirt made from pure silk velvet. Velvet of that quality was already expensive on its own, but it was the historical significance of that dance that skyrocketed the dress's value. When it went to auction, it sold for over $500,000, making it one of the most expensive dresses ever owned by a member of the royal family. The Spencer Tiara. Now let's talk jewellery, because Diana's most expensive look often came down to what was on her head. The Spencer Tiara was a family heirloom, passed down through generations of the Spencer family, before Diana wore it on her wedding day. Crafted with diamonds set in silver and gold, the tiara features a striking star motif at its centre, surrounded by intricate diamond scrollwork. Experts have valued it at well over $1 million, given its historical provenance and craftsmanship. It wasn't just jewellery, it was a piece of aristocratic history sitting on her head for the entire world to see. The wedding gown. Of course, we can't skip this one. Designed by David and Elizabeth Emanuel, Diana's wedding gown remains one of the most expensive and most recognised dresses in fashion history. Made from ivory silk taffeta, it featured a 25-foot train, the longest in royal wedding history, hand-embroidered with 10,000 pearls and sequins, along with antique lace that had once belonged to Queen Mary. The sheer scale of embellishment made this dress an engineering feat as much as a fashion statement. Estimates of its value today range well into the hundreds of thousands of dollars, and that's before you even factor in its cultural significance. The sapphire and diamond choker Diana was known for repurposing jewellery in unexpected ways, and this piece is a perfect example. Originally, a wedding gift bracelet featuring a large sapphire surrounded by diamonds, Diana had it reworked into a choker, which she debuted at a state banquet. The bold, statement-making transformation is exactly the kind of styling risk that made her jewellery so iconic. Given the size of the sapphire alone, experts estimate the piece's value in the high six figures. The Lover's Knot Tiara. This one might be her most recognisable tiara of all. Originally made for Queen Mary, the Lover's Knot Tiara features cascading diamond bows with 18 detachable pearl drops hanging beneath them. Diana wore it constantly during her early royal years, and it became so associated with her that Princess Kate now wears it in tribute. Made from diamonds and natural pearls set in silver and gold, its craftsmanship and provenance make it one of the most valuable pieces ever worn by a British royal. The black, ravishing dress. Famously worn the same night Prince Charles's interview about Camilla Parker Bowles aired on television, this off-the-shoulder black cocktail dress by Christina Stambolian became known as the revenge dress. While the dress itself was less about embellishment and more about a daring silhouette, its cultural and historical value skyrocketed its worth. The bold, fitted bodice and thigh-grazing hemline were a departure from her usual royal wardrobe, and that strategic timing turned a relatively simple design into one of the most talked about and valuable dresses in fashion history. The emerald choker worn as a headband. Only Diana could take a diamond and emerald choker, originally a wedding gift, and wear it as a headband to a gala event. The piece featured a large emerald surrounded by a cluster of diamonds on a beaded chain. This unconventional styling choice made headlines at the time, and today the piece is valued extremely highly, both for its gemstone quality and for being one of Diana's most fashion-forward jewellery moments. The blue silk chiffon gown by Catherine Walker. Worn to a formal gala in Australia, this powder blue chiffon gown featured a dramatic draped bodice and a flowing floor-length skirt that moved beautifully as she walked. Catherine Walker used layers of the finest silk chiffon, and the dress required extensive hand finishing to achieve that soft, ethereal drape. It remains one of her most photographed evening looks, and its rarity today makes it highly sought after among collectors. The diamond and pearl swan brooch. A gift from the Queen Mother, this brooch featured a swan crafted from diamonds with a large pearl body, sitting on a bed of smaller diamonds. Diana wore it on several formal occasions, often pinned to evening gowns or coats. Given its royal provenance and the quality of the stones, this small but mighty piece carries a surprisingly high valuation among royal jewellery experts. The pink silk chiffon dress by Bruce Oldfield. This blush pink gown, custom made by British designer Bruce Oldfield, featured intricate hand beading across the bodice in a floral pattern, fading into a soft flowing skirt. Diana wore it to a charity event, and the delicate handwork, combined with the quality of the silk chiffon used, made it one of Oldfield's most expensive commissions for her. It remains one of her softer, more romantic looks, in contrast to some of her bolder statement pieces. The diamond tennis bracelet collection. Finally, we have to talk about her bracelets. Diana owned multiple diamond tennis bracelets, often layering several at once for formal events. Each bracelet featured a continuous line of high-quality diamonds set in white gold. While a single bracelet was valuable on its own, Diana's habit of stacking multiple bracelets at a time meant that on any given evening, she could be wearing a combined value well into the six figures, just on her wrist. And that wraps up our list of Princess Diana's 12 most expensive looks. From hand-embroidered gowns to heirloom tiaras, she truly redefined what royal fashion could look like. And decades later, her style still influences the royals we watch today. Let me know in the comments which look was your favourite, and if you want a part 2 covering her most expensive handbags and shoes, drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.